Hey, this is Mark, and welcome to today's podcast. Today we're going to talk about why talking makes things worse and what's really happening. Many women told us they feel confused by this one. The more they try to talk things through, the worse everything seems to get. Have you ever experienced that? So, if you've ever thought, if I could just explain better, or if I could just find the right words, or if he could just understand how much this hurts, and yet every conversation leaves you feeling more alone, more discouraged, more misunderstood, well, this episode is for you. So today we're talking about why communication breaks down, not because you're doing it wrong necessarily, but because something deeper is happening beneath the conversation. So before we get started, let's have a grounding moment. I'd like for you to pause for a breath. Let your shoulders drop if they want to. Notice that you're not in the conversation right now, you're just listening. You don't need to prepare or defend yourself here. Okay. The questions in this episode came from women who said something along the lines of, every talk ends in silence, shutdown, or defensiveness, and I don't know why. So if that feels familiar, you're not alone. So here's question 1, and this has been summarized. Why does every emotional conversation end badly? Well, the answer is because you and your ASD husband are often having 2 different conversations at the same time. You're speaking from emotion, meaning, history, accumulated pain, but he may be hearing criticism, failure, a problem to fix, an expectation he can't meet. So while you're trying to connect, his nervous system may be bracing, and the result isn't resolution, it's overload. So another grounding moment here. If this brings up frustration, let's pause right now. This isn't because you're bad at communicating, it's because the emotional languages don't match. Deep breath. One listener wrote, I rehearse what I want to say for days and still it goes nowhere. Okay. Here's our next question, which has been summarized. Why doesn't explaining it better help? Well, the answer is because clarity doesn't resolve capacity limits. We're talking about capacity limit in your ASD husband. You may be choosing your words carefully, you're staying calm, you're giving examples, you're trying not to blame. But if your ASD husband struggles to process emotional information in real time, more explanation increases cognitive load. That doesn't increase understanding. So what feels like clarity to you can feel like pressure to him, and pressure leads to shutdown. You've been living it. Okay, let's have another grounding moment. Breath. If you feel tired just hearing this, notice that. That tiredness reflects how much effort you've already put in. Now, many women asked some version of this next question. Here's question number 3 that has been summarized. Why does he get defensive when I talk about my feelings? Well, because feelings often sound like judgment to a literal nervous system, which your ASD husband has. Even statements like, well, I feel lonely, or I feel unseen, or I need more connection, can be interpreted by him as, you're failing, you're doing something wrong, you're being blamed. So defensiveness isn't always refusal, it's often self-protection. That doesn't mean your feelings are wrong, it means the emotional message is being translated differently. So if you've been softening, shrinking, or filtering your feelings to avoid defensiveness, let's pause right here. Your truth matters, even if it's hard to hear. Another listener wrote, he shuts down, I panic. That takes us to question number 4 that has been summarized. Why does his shutdown feel so devastating? Because shutdown feels like abandonment to you. It feels like abandonment to an attachment-oriented nervous system. So when he goes quiet, disengages, or retreats, your body doesn't experience neutrality. It experiences disconnection. It experiences loss. So your nervous system escalates, seeking reassurance, response, or repair, and that escalation often deepens the shutdown. This creates a panic cycle. You reach, he withdraws, you panic, he shuts down more. Now, if you recognize this pattern, let's pause again. Deep breath. You're not needy. You're responding to disconnection. Now, several women asked some version of this next question with a lot of self-doubt. Here's question 5. Should I just stop talking about my feelings? Well, not exactly. But how and when you talk about your feelings does matter. Silencing yourself leads to resentment and loss of self. Constant emotional pursuit leads to burnout. The goal isn't silence or pressure, it's self-containment. This means not processing everything with your ASD spouse, choosing emotional safety over emotional urgency, building outside emotional supports, recognizing when conversations aren't productive. So talking less isn't giving up, it's conserving yourself. Now, if this feels relieving instead of sad, pay attention. That relief is information. Now, one listener asked this question with a lot of pain. Why do I feel rejected even when he says he's not rejecting me? Because emotional rejection is felt, not reasoned. Words don't override experience. You may hear from him, I'm not trying to hurt you, but your body registers no response, no comfort, no attunement. And the nervous system believes what it experiences, not what it's told. That doesn't make you irrational, it makes you embodied. Now, if you've been telling yourself you shouldn't feel rejected, let's pause right here. Breath. Your feelings don't need approval to exist. Question 7. What should I do instead of trying to talk it out? Okay, start by shifting from persuasion to protection. Instead of asking, how do I make him understand me? Begin asking, how do I keep myself emotionally steady? And that may include shorter, clearer communication. It might include lower emotional exposure, maybe processing feelings elsewhere, setting internal boundaries, letting go of being understood in every moment. Understanding isn't the same as healing. Now, if you've been exhausting yourself trying to communicate, I want you to hear this. You didn't fail. You weren't unclear. You weren't asking too much. You were trying to meet your emotional needs in a system that couldn't consistently hold them. Now, in the next episode, we're going to talk about emotional neglect, what it looks like, why intent doesn't erase impact, and why naming it matters. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You've been trying very hard to be understood. Now it's time to focus on being protected. Please like, subscribe. I will answer any and all questions in the comment section. I also have several Amazon books available to help you. The link will be in the description and pinned in the comment section. Thank you. God bless. Hey guys, this is Mark. Some of you may not know that I have a lot of books on Amazon. So if you like my videos, you'll like my books. I have several for ASD spouses, for NT spouses, and for the neurodiverse couple. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this link. Feel free to click on that link and see what's available. I'm sure you'll find something that applies to you. So if you're struggling in your neurodiverse marriage, help is available. One click away.
You are not invisible, though the silence around you feels heavy, your voice still matters. Your heart still beats strong, even when it feels like no one hears it. You are not alone. Your pain is real. Your love is real. And your longing for connection does not make you weak. It makes you beautifully human. A name that carries sorrow, but also truth. You have seen, you have felt, you have known. And though others may not believe your story, I believe you. Your experience is valid. Your heartache is seen. Even in the darkest nights, there is a light that refuses to go out. That light is you. Your resilience, your courage, your quiet strength when the world does not understand. So breathe, lift your chin. You are not broken, you are not forgotten. Your worth is beyond measure. You are love, you are light, you are here, and that is enough.